Hi there, Claire Downham, Queen of Calm, transformational life coach with the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. And where to start today is the question. Because I know that some of the things I'm going to say today may ruffle your feathers, they may ruffle other people's feathers. Because I'm going to talk about labels. It seems, as we look into the world right now, that there are a lot of labels that people have. Some of those labels are things that we've given ourselves, like, anything where we say, I am. Like, they may be things that we say that are, reaffirming about us, perhaps, like, I am organised, or I am funny, or I am, caring, or kind, or calm, or whatever else it might be. But quite often the labels that we give ourselves are not quite like that, are they? They're things like, oh, I'm disorganised, I'm a stress head, I'm a procrastinator. That was my favourite one. That was the label that I wore, really, for a very, very long time. In fact, if I'm honest, that label started out as I'm lazy. I remember maybe in my late 20s, thinking to myself, I'm so lazy, why don't I want to do things all the time? So it started a long, long time ago, way before, when I was a teacher, it started. And then I would notice all the times when I was being lazy, inverted commas, when I wasn't doing what I should be doing. And of course, that's how those labels work. That's what they do to us. As soon as there's a label, there's a filter put in place. And no matter what those labels are, they will work to filter what you experience in life. Remember that you are always creating your experience. There's a world happening, but there's you creating experience. And so I've talked a little bit about positive in inverted commas, labels that we give ourselves, and ones that are perhaps not so affirming. But there are also the labels that we may have been given, or may have given ourselves, that are things to do with conditions, anxiety, depression, those kind of things. And these also act as filters. You're never not filtering. And in actual fact, just knowing that is so powerful. Because, according to Google, there are 11 million bits of information each second trying to get into your awareness. 11 million bits of information trying to get into your awareness. Well, they're not trying, they're just around, with the possibility that they would become part of your awareness. And you, the average human, I don't know, maybe you can do a few more or a few less, can be aware of 50. Now, a place where you might see this more easily is in the behaviour of others. So if you've created a filter for your partner or your child, this is how they are, this is who they are, then you will see more of that behaviour. And maybe that is an easier place to see it, because I think when it's inside us, when it feels like it's part of us, it's sometimes a little bit harder to see. But if you've decided your other half, for example, isn't very good at emptying the bins, then you will notice every time that bin hasn't been emptied, much more than if you hadn't decided that. Those labels act to remove the bits that don't kind of fit in with them. So you probably wouldn't notice when the bin had been emptied. All the times the bin had been emptied, you would just notice the times when it hadn't been done. And how this works inside of us is similar, really. So there are lots of things that make us more self-conscious, and our labels are one of those. When we've got a label around something, we will notice ourselves feeling that way, or thinking that way, or behaving that way more and more, and probably proportionally more than it's really happening. And because of that, we see less and less who we really are. Like, I imagine if you're listening to this, you're seeking a feeling. You would like to feel different to how you feel now. Or perhaps you'd like to feel a particular feeling on a more consistent basis. Perhaps you'd like to feel less of another feeling. We're all seeking that, aren't we? I've heard that most people, want to feel something along the lines of calm, or peaceful, or happy, or relaxed. When I look back and I think about the people I've worked with, that's generally where they would like to be. And the problem is with our labels, they filter our thinking so that we actually end up seeing that a lot less. We don't see it as much. We lose track of what's already inside us because our filters that say we're a stress head, or whatever you might call yourself, I don't even know what that is really, but I guess I would have been one of those ones, that you are going to see all of that, and you're going to keep losing track of what's inside you, which is peace and calm and light and creativity, wisdom. Because your labels keep pointing you away from that. Because your labels are filtering all the time. And I guess, ordinarily there's nothing to do about this, but I would just bring some awareness to where you are calling yourself, or saying you have something. So, things like I am a stress head, or I get stressed easily, or I am anxious, or I have anxiety, or I get angry easily, or whatever it is. Like, maybe just bringing some awareness to where you're saying those things out loud, where you can hear that internal dialogue. And know that you're not that. You're the one who's able to see that, to experience it. That's who you are. Those labels are filtering whether you like it or not. So maybe just bringing some awareness to them, just bringing some curiosity to where they might be playing out in your life. And it might be easy to play with that with other people to start with. But do just bring some awareness to that and notice what you notice. And as always, that's really all there is to do. Remember, no sprinkles of judgment. So I'm Claire Down, the Queen of Calm, transformational life coach, and this has been the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. Take care. Thank you.